Okay, so if you could draw a map or draw a line to where you're going right now in this time, if you can draw a line from your present moment to where you're going to be in the next 10 years, where are you going to be? Where are you going to be? And this is what this video is about today. It's about destination and about where you're going. If you're so worried about what other people are thinking about you, what destination do you think that's going to lead you to? If you're so worried about your fears, if you're so worried about, oh, what if this doesn't work? What if this doesn't work? What if this doesn't work? Where do you think it's going to lead you to? Answer honestly, do you think you're going to have some grand, beautiful revelation that's going to get you to where you actually want to be up here? No, it's not. I imagine myself driving in a car, going on a road trip. My destination, I'm in Jacksonville. My destination is New York. I know this because I drove to New York plenty of times. New Jersey, plenty of times. So I know the traffic sometimes may be bad. I know there may be rainstorms. I know there may be obstacles in my way. I know all of this. I know we may have to stop for gas. I know we may have to get food. I know we're going to have to fill up for gas again. I know we may have to, if you have children with you, they will have to go to the restroom. You will have to go to the restroom. You will need something to eat. You will need rest. If you apply all of that into your life, basically, if you're on a course and you are where you are now and you have an idea, hey, I want to create this. I want this type of lifestyle. I want this type of credit score. I want this type of relationship with my God, Jesus Christ. Okay, baby, because I'm all about Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ all day, baby. Don't play. I don't play with any of those other things. No, no, no. Jesus Christ. Okay? So I want this type of relationship with Jesus Christ. I want this type of family. I want this type of this. I want this type of that. Okay, great. If you are driving, for example, like I said, to Jacksonville to New York, are you just going to start driving if you've never been there before? If you've never been there before, will you just start driving? Yes or no? No. You will look at the GPS, how long it takes you to get there. Do you have enough food? Do you have enough money to even get there? Or when may you take rest stops? You can plan as much as you want for the trip to prepare you for the trip. But as you know, when you start driving, other obstacles may come up in that process. Such as, oh, dang, I forgot to get my oil change. Something you even forgot to do. And now you got to get an oil change in the middle of your destination. So I'm saying this to say that. Say this. If you have a destination you want to get to, and every day you are working towards that, every day you are taking steps towards your destination of where you're going to get there. And people think roadblocks or people think obstacles or other stuff that throw you off course is meant for you to stop. No. It's meant for you to keep going, especially if you have a destination of where you're going and you ask Jesus Christ and you talk to God about where you're going in your life. Okay. So this is going to, these obstacles are not telling you to turn back around and head back to where you came from. It's not. Okay. Obstacles come up in your life and you don't know when it's going to come up. So you might as well just let that go. Another thing, fear. You cannot control and you cannot predict. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. This is like something I had to get off my chest. You cannot predict anything. You can. If you constantly thinking negative and then something negative happens, you're like, oh my God, I knew it. Of course you did. It's all about knowledge. If you don't have the knowledge, let me slow down. Because it's only been 4 minutes of this video and I'm going to drop so many gems and I have to slow down. I'm going to get to that at the next part of the video about fear and about what it really is and about how you can let that go quickly. I'm going to help you let the fear go, okay? So, If you are going to a certain point and you start having obstacles and you're driving to New York and let's say you get a flat tire, are you going to turn around? If you got some type of reunion going on out there, people are waiting on you, and you just like, oh, I got a flat tire, I can't make it no more. No, you're going to figure out a way. And if you can't find a way, maybe you may come back and get yourself together and figure out maybe another time I can come back, blah, blah, blah. But you're going to find a way to get to your destination. Even if you have to call the people who's in New York, hey, I have a flat tire, I will pay you back, blah, 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 blah. Or, hey, I got this type of money, I'm going to go to the tire shop and get this done. So, like I said, I'm saying this to say, obstacles are not to stop you, it's to strengthen you and to push you further and further. You never know. You can have a meal ticket waiting on you if you just keep striving forward. That's why I don't really care about how fast you go. You notice how somebody can go super fast when they're driving, like, oh, they're driving in the same place, but someone's going super fast and you just driving course. Like you just driving normally. Like you just cruising. You doing the speed limit, baby. But somehow y'all end up in the same place. Like, how does that work? How does that work? Y'all end up at the same place at the same time, or you like 2 minutes behind them. And they sped like, the whole time, risking their lives, risking getting tickets, everything, because they just wanted to get there so fast. But you just cruised and you got there 2 minutes later than them. Everybody has their own destination. It doesn't matter how fast you go. It doesn't matter how fast you go. It really doesn't. I like this lighting on me. Hey, y'all. I like this lighting on me. Okay. Let me see. Okay, I can't really see. It's my light on. Anyway, like I said, I'm just excited because I'm creating my life through Jesus Christ, through the Holy Spirit, through Yeshua. Baby, I proclaim it. I'm a child of God. I'm not. None of it. No attraction. Baby, the only thing I'm attracting is through God's word. I'm going to get to that later too. Okay? But like I was saying, destination is a place that you're going to get to. And I got this from other people on YouTube, dibbling, dabbling, because here I am putting it together in my own words. Okay? If you have somewhere you want to be, you're going to get there. If you have a destination, I have to pick up my kids at this certain time. I have to go to this job interview at a certain time. Are you not going to prepare for it? And then usually when you don't prepare for it, what happens? What happens? So much obstacles. You're rushing. Sometimes you don't even get there on time. You're missing blessings because you just did not plan correctly. So, anyway, once you push through that obstacle and say, hey, I'm going to get this tire fixed. And if you're not following me, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? The tire could be anything. If you're on this journey and your tire gets flat, it could be, you had a contract that was supposed to be signed, but the buyer or the seller did not want to sign the contract. And it's like, boom, you think you're back at square one. No, bam, you're not back at square one. You're exactly where you left off. You just have to keep driving. And that's how I see it now. That's how I see it. Anything that is not expected or that pops up to my destination, I look at it as, my bad, I had to pause the video. But I forgot what I was saying. But I think I know what I was saying. So basically, if you have a destination and like your tire gets flat, and I see it as, let's say you have a contract and the buyer or the seller does not want to sell. You're not back at square one. You're exactly where you need to be. You need to keep going forward. Don't think, I'm back at square one. It's not working. What's not working is your mind and how you see it and your perspective. All you have to do is keep going. That's all you have to do. Keep going. You know how long it takes to get to Jacksonville to New York? maybe like 2 days or a day and a half or whatever. But think about it spiritually. Think about it, how they say, God does not see time. So there should be no time limit on this. This is like what's the word? Damn it. This is like an example, I would say. Example. Thank you, Father. Give me the words I need to speak because I need the words to speak, Father. This is like a example of how God sees time and how we see time. So just because I see time, it takes about a day and a half to get to New York. It may take about a year and a half to get to where you want to go. And everyone's like, a year and a half? Usually people just do it for 3 months. Don't worry about them. Don't worry about them. You don't know where they are in their journey. You don't know if they already were halfway there. You don't know any of it. You don't know what they knew. You don't know any of it. You don't know the grace God had on their life. You don't know any of it. But what you do know is about you. And that it may take up to this long. But don't put any time frame on it because, baby, God doesn't believe in time. There's no time. Baby, this lighting looking good, baby. Look at these curls. Okay? Peep it. Peep the curls. But yeah, like I said, my fingernails, don't worry about it. Don't worry. If you see the fingernails, please don't worry about it. Please don't. Anyway. You can't really say that, but anyway. God does not see time. And you shouldn't either. You shouldn't be sitting here worrying about, is it going to happen? Is it going to happen yet? Is it going to happen yet? Is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? It's going to happen when it happens. It's going to happen when you reach your destination. It's going to happen when you keep going. It's going to happen when you follow your goals. It's going to happen when you keep going each and every single day towards your goals. It's going to happen when you keep creating your goals. It's going to happen when you keep trying. It's going to happen when you keep moving forward. Nobody says it's going to 3 months, 6 months, 9. Nobody told you that. You're watching too much Instagram. You're watching too much. That's their lives, okay? You just live. It could take you 2 months to get there. You never know. Halfway to New York, you can take a plane and reach your destination. Someone can book you a plane ticket and you reach your destination. I'm going too far. Let me back up. So anyway, like I said, a flat tire, you have to realize you got to get it going. When you start driving, it's all exciting. Like, oh yeah, we're going to New York. Oh yeah, you get that feeling like, yeah, we're going here, we're going there, yeah. It's so fun. We're almost at the city. Everybody blasting music, everybody on their phone, just listening, chirp. But as soon as you start getting deeper into, your drive, you're like, should I have drove? You're like, really, should I have drove? Okay. And it's like, those are those feelings you start feeling like, dang, things are not working. I'm not getting there because you can't see it. But when you're driving to New York, you're going to get there because you know if I drive there, I'm going to get there. I want you to know if you have a plan to get to where you want to get to, you're going to have everything you need to get there. Trust me. You're going to figure out everything you need to do if you really want to get there. You're going to get there. So like I said, the flat tire. Move past the flat tire. You start driving. You're back on the road. Everything's going. All right, let's get back to going. The momentum is going back up. Boom, 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 boom. You got to get the momentum going because you just maybe say, you lost some time. You thought you were going to be there at a certain time. Now it's like, oh, well, I had an obstacle. Now I got to keep going now. So now you get the momentum building up again and like, okay, yeah. And let's say you reach some type of state that you said, okay, this state, we're going to get some food to eat. You know what I'm saying? And you reach that state. That's an accomplishment. Let's say you get the contract signed or whatever you do. You get your first sale. You get the contract signed. You get the job you wanted. Or you reach a certain amount in your savings goal. Whatever goal you have, if you reach a certain little goal, you're moving forward somewhere. You're moving forward somewhere. You're not just... It's not just, oh, okay, well, I still didn't reach my big goal, my destination yet. Celebrate that win. Go get you something to eat. Okay? Go chill, baby. Go do something. Because you're going there. Relax. That's all I can say is chill. Relax. That's why I got my glasses on, because I'm going to tell you to chill, baby. Chill. Chill. It's all going to come. It's all going to come. If you keep working towards it every day, it don't matter what it is. If you have a certain goal in your life and you working towards it and you're doing your best to work towards it, it don't matter if you move 1 inch, you're getting there. It don't matter if you did one thing towards your goal, you getting there. The only way you're not going to move is if you don't do anything towards it. And that's why I don't believe in hard work. Yes, it is hard work, but don't overwork yourself. Take it day by day. You got a whole life to live. A long life to live. You want to rush it? God is creating it. Why would you want God to rush? Did God rush creating this universe? Did God rush creating this earth? If God rushed creating you, wouldn't you be upset? Like, dang, God, you should have. You know, people say, dang, God, you should have gave me some extra booty, or dang, God, you should have gave me some extra something. It seemed like he rushed. He's like, dang, I thought you something. It seemed like you rushed on me. But no, baby, you perfect, okay? He gave you extra little bit of something. But if God rushed on something, you can tell. If somebody rushed a job or rushed your food in a restaurant, you could tell. Like, hey, my food is a little overcooked. Hey, my food is a little undercooked. My food is a little cold. They didn't put no care into what they were doing for you. So why would you rush your blessings? Why would you rush it? Is it fear that you won't get there? Is it fear? And remember, I'm going to talk about fear later on in the video. Okay? So back to the point. Don't rush it. You wouldn't want to rush going to New York and getting the risk of getting a ticket, risk of getting in an accident, risk of going the wrong way because you're moving so fast. Because you want to get there so fast. Anyway. Next. Train. Confirmation. Not to be confirmation. Ain't no confirmation. But anyway, what's next? So yes, when you reach your capital, your city, or whatever you want to get to, award yourself. Like, chill out, embrace that. Like, you're getting there. Be happy that you're getting there. Write down your wins. Write down your goals. So when you get there, you can be like, okay, I got there, and this is where I'm going. Like, I still have other obstacles. I still have other cities to get to. I still have other goals to accomplish. But I'm going to celebrate this one right here. I'm going to celebrate it. I'm happy for myself. Clap for myself. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's you continuously getting up every day working towards your goal, that's an accomplishment. You're getting somewhere. You're getting somewhere. So that has helped me a lot when certain things come up in my life, or certain obstacles we'll call downfall, or something that would set us back, setbacks or whatever, quote unquote. Ain't no setback, baby. Ain't no setback. Ain't no setback. We use that for good. Okay. So let's see. So as you keep driving, you get something to eat, you relax for a moment, get something to eat, you're back on the road. Now you're a little tired, now you just ate, you've been driving, now you're just a little tired. You're like, dang, that's gonna stop. No, baby, that's when you keep going. That's the part when you gotta go. That's the part when you gotta keep going. That's the part when you got your little food to eat, you got your little award, you're like, okay. This is when people mostly stop. People mostly stop at the beginning stage because they don't know that they're getting somewhere. Hold on. Sorry, thought my kid was choking, but he not, okay? So, mostly, this is like, people mostly stop at the beginning stages when they don't know that they're actually driving. They're actually getting somewhere, and they stop. Well, I'm not getting nowhere. They posted for 90 days, like, well, I ain't getting nowhere. They didn't even plan nothing. They didn't even do anything or research, no nothing. They don't even know where they're going. They want to get to this destination, but then they didn't even look up on the GPS how to get there. They haven't even been there, but they're just doing it willy-nilly. You all the way supposed to be in New York. You all the way in California. Talking about, oh, I ain't getting nowhere. Baby, you got somewhere. It's just not where you was trying to get. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't where you were trying to get. And other people stop when they get their first accomplishment. Or they get like a something they wanted. You know what I'm saying? Or they feel like they did something, you know, they feel like they did enough. They stop. Or they get that first little bit of money. They're like, okay, I'm good. And they slow down. Now you're not getting to your destination. Now you have to get to another destination, another goal that you have set. But if you would have kept going at the same speed and cruising, you would have been there. You wouldn't have to worry about it. But once you get your money or whatever, you start chilling. You start going to the it's imagine with me, y'all. Imagine with me. You start going, you're driving. We say, oh, I see a store. I want to go shopping. You're supposed to be driving to New York, but you're over there, oh, I see this here, I see this. You're distracted. You seeing all these other things like, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. You wasting time. And then when it's gone, the money's gone, or the feelings are gone, you're like, oh, wait, I need my money. I need more this. Like, oh, this, I need this. Oh, no. Now you say, okay, now I got to get back on the road. Follow me. Follow me here, okay? So anyway. So when you get that win, keep going on that road. It may start feeling dragging. Like, you know, when you start getting into the middle of the ride, or not even the middle, like before the middle, like that space between when you first start driving and then the middle of the drive, there's like a little space in between. You start feeling like, dang, should I have even drove? Like, dang. People start being aggravated in the car. You know, we still got a long way to go, baby. Long way. All right? Baby, I'm going to take a nap. If you're not driving, I'm going to take a nap. Okay? Next time I ain't driving. Mm-mm. But anyway, or riding in the car with someone. Mm-mm. So that little period of time could be very quiet. It could be very, it can feel like you're not going anywhere. It can feel like you're just staying in the same place. It can feel like, oh, nothing's happening for me. Nothing's going on for me. And then another obstacle comes. Let's say, oh, not even an obstacle, something where you have to stop and do something. You need gas for your car. You're like, oh, okay, now I got to stop and get some gas. Let's say a bill comes up. And in your reality, a bill comes up and you're like, dang, bro, I got to pay this bill, but, you know, I'm still trying to get this money for, you know, I'm still trying to, you know, create my life and stuff like that. Like, I really don't want to pay this bill. Blah, 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 blah. Maybe I can get a forbearance on my bill. Maybe I can push it forward. You got to find out solutions for it. You can just sit there like, dang, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. Baby, you got to do it. Especially if it's your bill that you chose to get. You got to pay it. Nobody told you to get it. Okay? So, let's say, like you said, you're driving. You get the gas in the car. If you need to rewind this video, rewind it. Because this is for somebody who's thinking differently. This ain't for the people who don't want to think differently and imagine and actually see what I'm talking about. All right? So let's say you get to the gas station, you fill up the tank. It's a little detour. You're like, all right, let's get back on the road. Now you got to get the momentum started again. Are y'all feeling? Are you seeing what I'm saying? Like, sometimes it can feel like you're not moving anywhere. Sometimes it can feel like you're not getting anywhere, but you're actually on the right path. And if you don't see that, you could be right there and you turn around and go back. You could be right there and you turn around and go back. Interesting. So anyway, this video will be a little long. I'm going to be too long, but okay. Anyway, so as you're driving again, getting the momentum up and you doing what you have to do, can y'all even see me? Like, I don't know if I can see me. Okay. Anyway, you're driving, getting the momentum up, and you're getting to where you need to be. And, you know, you still have that slow period. It's like it's nighttime now. Like, but imagine this over months, days, weeks. It's not just, oh, one day, this happened, 2 days, next day, this day. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about these periods of times could be however long. There's no time frame on it. God does not see time. He does not create with time. Everything is done in God's timing. So when God says it's the right time, it doesn't mean 3 months, 2 months. It can be next day. But it's all in God's timing. Thank you, Jesus. I love Lord. I love the Lord. Like, I'm not playing. I'm not playing. I'm not playing. So anyway, what's next? Keep going. Keep driving. Keep driving. Keep driving. You know, you may look at your phone like, oh, how long do I got? You know, oh, it's this long, dang. You know, you're driving to your next city or whatever, your next destination. Maybe it's a rest stop. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's a rest stop you're trying to get to, or somewhere you're trying to get to, or certain cities. You know, you get to certain cities, you're like, oh, we made it to here, we made it to here, we made it to here. Accomplishments. Like, you feel happy, oh, we finally almost there. You know what I'm saying? We're almost there. So let's say, okay, you finally make your first sale after 4 months of doing whatever business you're doing, or you finally got a job after 4 months of praying to God. You finally got the internship or whatever you wanted. You finally got it. So you finally get it. And sorry, I'm listening for something, but you finally get it. So you're at your rest stop that you were trying to get to, you know, because you were tired. You're like, you finally got something. You finally got the internship. You finally got the sale. You finally got that one thing that's like, yes, I finally got it. Like, yes, amazing. Yes, yes, yes. You know what I'm saying? Or this is either your second sale, or it's like another destination or another goal that you reach. Because remember, you reached other goals before. So you're only getting to this if you keep going. If you don't keep going, you're not going to reach it. If you say, oh, if you don't even get to the first destination of getting that first sale, that first traction. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, my child was knocking on the door. But okay. So yes, you have to remember, you're not going to reach any destination if you don't keep going and you don't see that you're actually getting somewhere. It's so hard as humans for us to see that we're actually getting somewhere. Because we don't realize us taking steps towards our goal, we're actually getting towards our goal. We're going towards our goal. And then you think, oh, it's supposed to take this amount of time. It's going to take how long it's going to take. Period. I mean, of course, you should have like some type of, if you don't like it, if you don't like what you're doing and stuff like that, do what you like to do. Do what you like to do. Do what you're passionate about. Do what you love. Do what you want to do. But do it because you want to do it. Don't just do it unless you're just trying to get some money and stuff. That's, you know what I'm saying? But do it because you love to do it. Moving on. All right. Hold on. Okay, anyway. Y'all forgot what I was at. I'm a mother, you know, and I got things to do. So anyway, you're driving. Okay, you reach destinations. You're not, I was saying something about, you know, humans don't realize where they're going, blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to keep moving on because I don't know where I was. Okay, anyway. Keep going. The moral of the story is to keep going. Like, these obstacles, since when you're driving somewhere or you're going on a long road trip, you may have some type of obstacles that may stop you. But those obstacles can be, they have solutions to it. That's the thing. And if you want to sit in your problem or you want to go back, that's on you. Like, that's literally on you. Nobody can make you do anything. And if you don't know that these obstacles are just things that happen sometimes, you're not going to know to keep pushing forward and going towards your goal. Let me get back in my flow. 1 second. So you'll hear a lot in the spiritual community. I'm a child of God. Okay, remember that. You will hear a lot in the spiritual community is persist, 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 persist. I see persisting as you finding solutions to things or obstacles, setbacks, and I'm trying to stop using the word things, finding solutions to obstacles or setbacks in your life. Finding solutions and continuing on your journey. You know what I'm saying? Nothing's going to happen unless you do something. I don't care about this other stuff. Nothing's going to happen unless you do it. And get your feet to moving, and get your arms to moving, and your mouth to moving, and your brain to moving, and your hands to writing. So, like, anyway, let's keep going. Let's say you halfway there to your destination, okay? And you get a meal ticket. Someone says, hey, girl, I know you've been driving. I'm going to pay for you and whoever's in the car to get a first class ticket to New York. We're going to pay for your car rental to get shipped. Pay for your car to get, not your car rental, but your car to get shipped to New York. And we're going to pay for your flights. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, oh yeah, we don't got to drive no more. And I'm like, imagine that as a big break in your career or something like that. Like, you're not at New York yet, but it's a big break in your career. You're just like, oh my God, yes. I think I'm finally, my video went viral, or oh my gosh, I sell 10 items today. You know, it depends on where your destination is. Like, where are you getting to? What do you want to get to? $1 million? You want to get to $10,000? Like, everybody has a destination. And it could be a small destination or a long destination. So you're like, oh yes, I finally got to this goal, blah, blah, blah. So let's say you sold 10 outfits. Okay, you made $1,000 or something like that. Girl, make that money. But you sold it and you made $1,000. I'm sorry, $10,000 for some reason, okay? And you let's say something happens with the shipment, like at the UPS office or the FedEx office, and somehow it's like, oh, your items got stolen. Or I need you to come verify you own your business is legit. Or just something that comes up, or one of the buyers want to back out. You know, someone wants to back out from purchasing or something like that. I imagine that, because remember, it's a big deal. You just got this big goal accomplished, or almost accomplished. You're like, oh my God, yes! Like, I finally got $10,000 in my bank account. Like, it's not there yet, but I know it's coming. Like, I know I finally got this big deal. All I'm doing is waiting for them to sign it, for them to close on the deal. Oh my God, I finally got this amazing job interview. All I gotta do is pass the interview, and then I'm gonna have this amazing job. But then certain things come up, like, okay, maybe the job, like, okay, well, they just haven't called back yet. Maybe taking forever to call back. You know what I'm saying? You're like, dang, like, I don't know what I'm doing. Or, like I said, it's different scenarios. So let's stick with the scenario with the person or the FedEx and UPS office. There's something wrong with the packaging, okay? We have to go down there and do some extra work, do some extra show IDs and all this stuff. You're like, but I don't want to do all this. Like, just give me my money. Like, this is real. Like, I sold these things. Like, this is legit. Or let's say the website you went on saying, oh, fraud, we need to check something, okay? Like I said before, you were driving, someone paid for your first class ticket to where you were going. And I look at that as, you know, sometimes they have layovers, so sometimes they have, layovers because there's, like, the weather issues, or there's some type of issue with the plane or something to keep you safe. They stop, or wherever you were going, that high you were feeling, like that momentum slows down. It slows down. And it's like, oh my goodness, am I really going to get to New York? Like, am I going to have to keep driving again? Like, am I going to have to start from square one? And it's not square one. You went so far. You're not at square one. So if you keep saying I have to start from square one, it's not true. Like, you're not starting from square one. You're starting from exactly where you left off. So let's say you imagine you're in the airport just waiting. You're just waiting, and you're really just, wondering if you're going to get this goal that you really wanted, or you're really going to get this deal, or these sales that you really wanted. And so you go through all of the obstacles, you go through all of the verifying yourself and whatever you have to do. And then maybe it may take a couple of weeks or whatever, how long it takes. You know what I'm saying? But not if you're actually driving to New York. Okay. So you get it what I'm saying. It may take a couple of weeks for you to actually get to where you want to go. My throat, y'all. Ooh. But eventually you get there. Let's say eventually the layover is over, the sun is shining, and the sun is, um, you know, bright, and people are ready for you, or the pilots are ready for you to get on the plane. I'm sorry, I'm a little distracted. They're ready for you to get on the plane. Okay, so you hold on, y'all. Yeah, so you get on the plane and you're headed to New York, okay? And as you know, a plane ride you still have time. You still have to ride on the plane to where you're going, okay? You still have to ride on the plane to where you're going. You get it? But there was a layover, and you still have to ride on that plane. And there's always time frames. I'm back, y'all. There's always time frames on how long something may take. You never know how long it may take. There may be obstacles that comes up. That's why you should never ever say it's going to take me this amount of time to get to where I want to be. So I'm getting winded, y'all, and I still got more to say. Okay. Yes. So, like you said, the obstacles that came up when you had this big order, and then you finally get the stuff fixed, and now you have to ship out the items before you get paid. Okay, so now you're on the plane, you're on the way to New York, first class ticket. You were like, yes, yes, yes. Okay, you're riding through the plane, and you passing over certain cities a little faster than usual. You're like, okay, it's getting a little faster. You get a little more orders coming in, a little more stuff happening for you. Greater things are happening for you. You're like, okay, a little turbulence in the sky. You're like, ooh, a little turbulence. I'm a little scared. But, maybe it's a little issues with your website or something, some issues, maybe with friendships or something, a little something that try to throw you off course. But you're like, no, I know I'm in a plane, baby. I'm almost there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to let anything that stop me. And then you eventually land in New York. That's not it. That is not it. Okay? You eventually land in New York. What happens after you land? You have to look for your vehicle. You have to get your luggage. You have to drive to your destination. That could be traffic around that area. You might be hungry, get something to eat. You still have to meet up with whoever you're going to meet up with. There's still more to the process. Don't think it's because, I got here, now I'm done. There's more to the process. So let's say you get your money, you get all these stuff signed and closed, okay? Now you're just waiting for the funds. I'm sorry, you didn't get your money yet, but now you're just waiting for the funds to come to your account. And you're going through traffic. You're going through, getting your luggage, and you're going through getting your vehicle. And let's say maybe they don't know where your vehicle's at, okay? Now it's like, oh my God, like, your vehicle hasn't arrived yet, and stuff like that. You're like, oh my God, how am I going to get there? And how I'm going to get to my destination? And you just have to figure out a different way. Like, let's say somebody didn't get their package, and you're like, okay, now there's another package out. Or maybe I can call the FedEx office or UPS office or USPS office to see if they can find it and locate the item. You know what I'm saying? So let's say they don't locate it. You know what I'm saying? You may have to send out a new order. Okay, it may be some type of negative to you, but you have to send out a new order. But they did say they would reimburse you maybe in the next couple of months. Okay, but you will get that money back later on. But you're like, okay, so how am I going to get to my destination in New York? What am I going to do? You're like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and maybe get a rental car or something like that. Like, I'm going to rental, and you go get a rental or ask whoever bought the tickets for you to get a rental. And now you're on the way there. Maybe traffic there, and maybe other obstacles there. You may have to wait in line to get the rental. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you see how much comes with that? Do you see how much, like, you will have to do? Like, do you see how much comes with it? Do you see how much other things come with what you want to do? It's not just, oh, I'm getting here to here and that's it. Like, it's not just like that. It's so much other what's the word, Lord? What's the word? There's other requirements. Thank you, Jesus. See what I'm saying? There's other requirements that you will have to do still. And guess what? You have to do those requirements. If you don't, sometimes you may be delayed, or things that you want to do will be delayed. Or you have to figure out, what do I need to do to get there? So let's say you're driving to wherever destination you were going to get to in New York. The person finally gets their package. You finally get the funds. You finally arrive at your destination. Are you done? Like, is this all you wanted to do? Is this all you wanted to do? Maybe not. You may curate something different. Like, you might say, hey, I want to go to California. And let's say in human time, it took about, in spiritual human time, it took about maybe a year for all this to happen, to get your first big sale, to get your first big deal, or 4 months, whatever I said, to get to where you wanted to get to. Now you're like, okay, I want to go to California. Now I want to go to Minnesota, or now I want to go to Detroit, or now I want to go back to Jacksonville. I want to go, you never go back to where you came from, right? You say, I want to go to Texas. I want to go here. You know what I'm saying? Now I have to create a plan of how to get there. I know what it took for me to get here, but it may take me something different to get here, because you're going to a different place, different terrain, different weather, different people, different everything. It may not always be the same. So what I'm saying with this is, like, you really just have to keep driving, plan your drive, plan what you can plan, create solutions for what you can create solutions for, and keep going. And this is what I'm talking about, fear. Some people are scared to even drive. Some people are scared to even get in the car and go to where they need to go because of what they fear. And if you could draw a line, like I was just saying, if you could draw a line to where you're going to end up being fearful, where are you going to be? If you can draw a line to where you're going to end up if you're being fearful, where are you going to be? Are you going to get to your destination? Are you going to go around it? Are you going to go around it? And that's why I was talking about fear, how you cannot control your fate. You cannot control obstacles like that. The most thing you can do is pray and create a sense of safety, because nobody's really safe. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be honest. Anything could happen any time. So create that sense of safety for you to keep having that bravery in your heart and that honor in your heart to go to where you need to go. And trust me, I'm still working on that. I'm still working on what I need to work on. But if you create that bravery and that sense of bravery and that sense of courage inside of you, you're going to get to where you need to go. No matter what happens, you're going to be brave and courage again. Because guess what? We're living in this earth. You're not going to experience this once you leave. Maybe something different. God put earth here for us to experience. You know what I'm saying? Okay, that's a good, like, hey. God put us here for us to have a great experience. And that experience is something we need to embrace. And we don't need to label situations as good or bad. It's just an experience. It's just part of my story. And I'm here. So, with that being said, I need to pray. I need to pray the book of Psalms if you're fearful, or if you're worried, or if you're trying to get closure on something. Pray the book of Psalms, because God's word is actually true. What you say can always be misconstrued, okay? So be careful with that spirituality stuff and say, oh, what you think is going to come to you and all this other stuff. Trust me, don't do it. Like, Just believe in God's word. That's what you need to believe in. You need to believe in God's word and his promises. And his promises will keep you safe. His promises will keep you going. His promises will keep you getting up off your back and getting back up to where you need to go. That's the truth. Not what you say, but what God says. Okay? In the story. So yeah, just know that, what you fear is not gonna happen to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least believe that. Don't believe the other thing. Believe that it's not going to happen to you. Believe that you're going to get to where you need to go to because of what God said. Because God said it. Because God has a purpose for you in this world. Yes, things could happen to you, but God still has that purpose, even if it has to go through your children or has to be put out in different ways. Just trust that God has a purpose for you, and that purpose is going to be an amazing thing that has happened in your life. One more thing. I think I said everything I had to say. It's all about destination. It's all about you knowing where you're going. And if you got this video, if you need to replay the video to actually understand what I'm saying, replay the video. But you will understand it when you need to understand it, and you will see it when you need to see it. But you're going to get to where you need to get to if you have your goals set up. If you have a destination, not just goals, because you can have goals and be everywhere. You can have goals and be everywhere. You have to have a destination of where you're going to know when you get there. If you don't know when you get there, it's like, come on, yo. Like, you don't know when you got here. Like, you're never realizing you're actually accomplishing things. You think you're just doing things. No, you're accomplishing things. You know what I'm saying? It should be goals for every part of your life. Mental, spiritually. If you have children, husband-wise, relationship-wise, travel-wise, whatever you want to do in your life. This is your life to create, quote unquote, but not by, I'm attracting. Baby, don't worry about that. Don't worry about your energy. Don't worry about any of that. Give it to God. You don't have to do all of that. You don't have to sit here and gotta keep my energy up. If I don't, something bad's gonna happen. Keep my energy up. If I don't, then I ain't gonna get this. Keep my energy up, and I don't. Right. Stop. It's not a good mindset to think positive all the time. You can try your best to have better thoughts or see things in different ways, but that's not going to bring you success. What's going to bring you success is you following your goals and having a destination to where you want to get to. So click you don't even got to tell you to click like and subscribe button, because I already know you liked it. I already know y'all subscribed. Stay tuned for another video. It's going to be coming up very soon. I'm going to be posting every week. And y'all just hang tight, because more content is going to be coming where you're going to be hearing more from my true side of me and my journey in this world. Everybody has a journey in this world. Live the life that God has blessed you with. Don't be scared to live your life. Don't be fearful to live your life. Don't be afraid. That's stopping you. It's stopping you. Whatever you're afraid about may never happen. You will never be prepared. You will never be prepared. Let go of that sense of control. Everything that you think is bad may not even be bad. It's just an experience. Grow your armor. I have a video about the armor, your breastplate, helmet of salvation, your mind, body, soul, all of that. Elbows. Grow it. I'm not saying, I'm perfect right now. I'm going to go out there and the bravest person out here. I'm just going day by day. I'm just going day by day. And each day I know I'm going to get to a destination of where I'm brave, where I'm not afraid, when I'm honest, when I can go out and just do what I want to do. But I know that's going to require something from me. That's going to require me to do certain things. So have an amazing day. Have an amazing week. And if you like the video, put something in the comment section. I will reply. Love y'all. Peace.